that treasure chest. That's a salsa weapon. Gives darkness body and does more. I'm really confused by. So like, if I equip this, 65 would be 70, 83? Like, why? Just why? Oh, ooh. That could definitely go on somebody. This a way to go up? Nope. Hidden treasure chest? Nope. Thing back there. Probably won't do a camera change. Nope. Is that a treasure chest? Nope. Ready? Let's go into this teleporter.
I'm not going to let you get in our way.
Nope, that's not what I wanted to do.
Chew on that.
Got to say, sucker.
Good going.
That was supposed to be a phantom wave.
That was a good fight.
That's the drop down, which is what we want to do. Where would that go? I guess there has to be a way to get off of this.
You better just back off.
That was... What is going on? Where's the enemies?
You're a mess.
It's not, I was mashing the A button to jump off the ledge, and I think I skipped.
Let's see how good you really are.
Yeah, it looks like you can skip the thing. I didn't know that. I'm about to feel the pain on this one.
Stay down. Not bad at all.
I came to bring the pain, hardcore to the brain. was like, let me fight this fish. And then it turned around. I was like, I don't want to fight this fish anymore.
Don't get cocky.
Stay down. Take that. Hawkeye. Don't get mad at me.
Hawkeye is so useless. It does no damage. It applies slow, which is not useful. I need something to replace it. The third king asked, "Can you read what is in my heart?" Bronzebird replied, "Conceit." The chest. Is a resentment island. I was been watching this like limited series on Netflix, and I'm gonna spoil a plot point for it. I'm not gonna say what the name of the show is, but I could probably guarantee that nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody, that interacts with anything I do will have seen it. But I thought it was kind of crazy because there's this we're gonna call her Megan. Okay, Megan has her father killed by Steve, and Steve, I guess, doesn't feel too much remorse about it or whatever. You know, he says it's an accident, but Megan does not believe Steve. So Megan kills Steve. And many years later, Steve comes back from the dead and blackmails Megan. And Megan was like, "Oh, no, you didn't." So Megan kidnaps Steve's wife and child, newborn child, and says, "Give me the blackmail evidence that you have if you want to see your family again."
Come on, let's go. Show
So
me what you've got.
Steve goes to his father and says,
Willow strike.
"This is my predicament right now."
Chew on that.
So Steve's father
Take that.
goes to
Phantom wave.
to Megan, hands her a piece of food,
Willow strike.
and says, like, "This is the only way." And then the TV show ends.
Void edge.
Now, there's a lot other things going on in this TV show, but that's
What did you expect?
the plot line that really gets me. Because there is just no resolution, no nothing. Like, what the suckerfoo happened? What's going on? It, you know, is she poisoned to death? You know, is she gonna do something else? What happened? What happened? Solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. Shouldn't these be on the opposing people? But anyways, if you somehow know what show I'm talking about, then that's insane. Because there's just no way. I don't believe it. I need proof. But anyways, the John Wick movies are on Netflix. I watched all of those with the quickness. I think I mentioned that yesterday, probably. My mom watched them, or I told my mom about it.
How about we go around?
The Dune movie, the newest Dune, you know, Sand Dune movie is also on Netflix. And it's been on there for a hot minute, and I just haven't watched it yet. It's a 2.5-hour movie, and you know, I just really haven't found the right time to just sink 2.5 hours into a movie. I kind of want to go into that. Oh, I can't. Never mind. So that leads me where I want to go. Oh, I can drop off right here. What does dropping off right there do? Nothing. Alright, there's no other teleporters here. Ooh. If there's no other teleporters here, how would I get there if that one up ahead is story related or like leads me to the next area? I don't see a way to get over there. No, like bridge or nothing. Maybe this one doesn't go where I think it does.
So, how about we go around?
Shadow beam! This is the power of man.
This is the power of man.
Hawkeye! Good going!
See this slow in action. Now look at that in action. Dune is amazing, love it. The 1980s version is free on YouTube, classed as a fan edit. Interesting. I've never seen the original either. I should get around to making time for that kind of stuff. There's a bunch of stuff on Netflix that I just need to make time for. Amazon Prime Video is adding ads in the end of January / sometime in February. I don't remember the exact date. And like, I don't subscribe to Amazon Prime for their Prime Video. You know, I always just thought of it as an added bonus that I guess I pay for. I mostly use it for the shipping, which I guess is no longer 2-day
show any mercy.
guaranteed shipping anymore, because life is hard. But
Take that.
You know,
Yeah.
stuff and stuff with the stuff and stuff, I guess.
Void Edge. See the afterlife?
But anyways, I need to get around to watching a bunch of shows on there as well.
Take that.
Sacred strike! Bullseye!
There's this show that a lot of people have recommended called Succession, I think it's called.
Starlight Blast! Did your stomach drop?
But I don't have Apple TV.
That was perfect.
And without Apple TV, I'll like never watch it. So I was thinking about buying season 1 on Amazon, but I'm pretty sure that they won't include ads if I buy the season, but there has been a little bit of hesitancy on my part. I also need to finish.
I'm not going to let you get in our way.
Let's see, they added Billions season 5.
Hawkeye!
Oops.
Hawkeye!
Or maybe it's season 4, you know, I don't know. They added one of the Billions
That Void Edge!
seasons, and I need to watch that.
Night Fist! Stay down!
How was that not hitting?
Bone crumble!
There's just so much stuff.
Yeah. You're going down!
The bigger issue is I spend like almost all of my free time working on YouTube videos,
That was perfect.
so I don't exactly spend a whole lot of time watching TV shows. Man, I need more items. Holy cow. We are out here struggling on the items. There's definitely something over here. Y'all hiding back here. Ads and a paid subscription. Yep. That's where we are at. Yeah, it's really disappointing to see where streaming services are headed, because once upon a time, the streaming services like Netflix were something to like fight, you know, like the cable connections and things like that. And I was really attracted to the prospects of the Netflix model because I can watch shows at my own pace. I can binge them. I can watch it, you know, walk away, go get something, and come back and unpause it and not miss a single thing. You know, like there's so much appeal to that. And
Well, are you ready or what? Let's get started.
the biggest and one of the most important aspects of it is there's no ads. You don't have to take ad breaks and all this other junk. But now slowly things are going back to the cable model. And it's really sad.
Stay down.
We're going back to releasing TV shows, you know, like on a weekly basis, instead of, you know, all at once.
Void Edge!
We're we're adding ads to subscription programs. Oh, you're
What did you think?
yeah, Hulu kind of goofed it for everybody. I think that's what we can say. Hey, no the other. Treasure chest. No. Oh, you're guarding a treasure chest. I just barely saw it.
I'm not gonna show any mercy.
Coming for your blood.
Night Fist! Stay down! Take that! Heal arrow! There,
Okay.
how's that? Night Fist! Night Fist! Well, what did you expect?
Hey, I'm still growing, you know.
Plum Slayus. Huh. No, Allegretto. You don't look like the Black Rabbit to me. You know, I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know, you should be having something like that. You refuse to subscribe, or yeah, you refuse to. Oh, hey, this is where I needed to go. You refuse to subscribe to Now TV for that exact reason. You're not paying for a service that
Don't take
gives
all
you
day.
ads. Well, I'm not doing anything this round. I sympathize with that.
Void Edge!
Buggle.
Hands away! Your end is near.
I too do not want to
Night Fist! Stay down!
pay for something that, like, I don't want to
Not
pay
bad
for
at
something
all.
that, you know, once did something one way and then now is pivoting to do something else.
Maybe it's
And
time
then
for a new
on
bow.
top of that, let's not forget that they keep increasing the prices of the subscription service. So it's not like you're saving value or something like that. Now possible to change a character's costume. Search for other costumes while traveling throughout the world. I'm going to be very disappointed by this. You know, actually, it's really not all too much of a change. But it doesn't look... I was expecting something pretty awful. And what we got here is something is definitely passable. Keep with the default. Oh, wait, are we talking about streaming services? Yeah, it's pretty dumb. The thing you liked about streaming services is that they didn't give you ads. Now things like Hulu and Disney give you ads if you don't pay more. Well, Hulu is interesting because I don't have the exact stuff, but I'm
not going to let you get in our way.
I want to say Hulu started off with ads initially, and then they, but they didn't. Oh yeah, they started off with ads initially, but they didn't have a lot of ads, and they also had a really cool system where you could watch like 3 minutes of ads at the start of
Come on, let's
something.
go. Show me what you've got.
And then
Night Fist. Stay down.
have no ads for the rest of the program or the rest of the show and the movie or whatever you're watching.
Bullseye.
And then like slowly but surely they started adding more
What
ads.
did you expect?
And then they got rid of the ads that, you know, you can watch 3 minutes of ads to skip ads for the rest of the thing. And it just got progressively worse. And then they added a premium service where you couldn't get rid of the ads, but you could gain benefits like somewhere else. And it's just like, what is going on? But Hulu, I used to like Hulu. You know, it was like one, maybe two 30-second ads for like a 30-minute TV show. Maybe like 3 ads for like an hour TV show. Like, it used to be so good. Fifth King, did we? I think we skipped the fourth. Can you read what's in my heart? Bronze Bird replied, jealousy. So Disney Plus and Hulu have begun to truly integrate. You can now watch Steins Gate directly on the Disney app. Cool. I've been wondering why they haven't done that. Just seems weird to have Hulu and Disney Plus when you could just have one thing. But I guess maybe there's some double dipping that they can do. Have people pay for both and get more money. Pot is suspicious. So is this rock. Oh, there is a thing right there. This probably leads me over there. Sixth King asked, can you read what is in my heart? Bronze Bird replied, suspicion. I just wish they had kept everything on Netflix and not divided all the content across 50 different services. Hence why you still buy Blu-rays. You own Tron Legacy on Blu-ray for that exact reason. Guess I'm saving again. It gets removed from Disney Plus every now and then, mostly because of pre-existing licensing nonsense. The X-Men movies go through the same thing, despite the fact that Disney owns Fox, and therefore X-Men Days of the Future Past is only available on HBO Max right now. However, you can watch X-Men Apocalypse, Deadpool, and Logan on Disney Plus right now. Starting to sound like an ad for Disney Plus. It used to be you could watch Disney content, anime, Warner Bros. Stuff, all on Netflix. Pretty annoying that isn't the case anymore. I'm not necessarily mad or disappointed at everybody wanting to do their own streaming service. I kind of feel the same way about launchers and things like that. It sucks in the immediate term or whatever. It's like, yeah, I don't want to have another launcher on my computer to play the game that I want to play. But like, when you think about it, for launchers anyways, it's such a minor inconvenience. But for everyone having their own streaming services, it makes sense. You could theoretically make tons of money by just having your own streaming service and having people go to your platform. The thing is, I think what people are learning is that having your own streaming service may not be as profitable as it may have seen, or maybe not as profitable. I think Disney Plus was losing money for a long time. They might still be losing money. But having to pay for a lot of streaming services That's where things get rough. But I get it. They want to try, and I don't fault them for trying. I think even Disney is kind of walking back on it a little bit. I saw something that they're adding some Disney stuff to did I jump? Yes. Some Disney stuff to Netflix at some point. Oops. I wanted to read the other thing, but I ain't gonna. Six King asked again, "Can you read what is in my heart?" As before, the bronze bird replied, "Suspicion." There's largely having to pay for several different services just to watch what you want. They're still there, but Disney as a whole is losing money, mostly because they don't make good movies. So, here's the thing, right? It's not as like drastic and not great as people make it out to be. Okay, let's say I want to watch Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin. Okay, if I went out to go buy those movies, probably cost me like somewhere between $20 and $40 probably, to buy them on Blu-ray or whatever. Or I could subscribe to a service for somewhere between $7 and $15 and have access to those movies in addition to the entire collection of that streaming service for an entire month, and be able to watch those movies and other movies at my convenience as well. Like, when you look at it that way, is it really such a bad thing? Sure, it's when you think about it, it's like, yeah, this sucks. I'm already paying for this, now I have to pay for this. But you don't have to keep paying for the streaming service. You could just get it for a month, watch what you want to watch, and then be done with it. Like, sure, owning it is always best, but like, what are you gonna do? Watch Aladdin 37 times over the course of 12 months? Like, you don't need to do that. So like, the scenario is not as bad as it looks. It's still not great. The eighth king mourned, "My heart will be hard to save." A golden bird cried loudly, "Sincerity." They still are, yes, but Disney as a whole is losing money, mostly because they don't make good movies now. Article? It was a Reddit title of a Reddit thread that I probably didn't read. Just throwing that out there. I'm gonna catch up on chat real quick first, because when I go in here, I'm gonna fight a boss, and then I'm gonna be so far behind. Disney have gone a bit mad. You recently found out that they hired someone with no filmmaking experience to direct the new Star Wars film. Her unique selling point was that she is a rights activist. The 2 episodes she worked on, Miss Marvel, had to be reshot. Doesn't sound like hired material to you. Um, so I have a unique perspective on this as well. Um, let's uh, let's think about normal structures of how things work, where we have people that are veterans, and then we have people with little to no experience who are trying to work their way up the ladder. If you gave all the work to everybody who are veterans, then you would never have anybody that could work their way up the ladder ever again. So, like, at some point, you have to give opportunities to people who have potential, I guess, or have shown that they can create good works, or they have a good portfolio or something like that, and then you kind of I'm gonna use the word nurture, but that's not where I want to go with it. But like, you develop those people as they continue to work with you, and they start doing things in the style that you want them to, and all that other crazy stuff. So I think it's very cool and kind of outside the norm to give someone a shot at something as important and beloved as Star Wars, or even Miss Marvel or something like that. Like Marvel stuff. Like, these are like big franchises, and I would definitely like to see people who are not like. It would be nice to see non-big names get some recognition for the work that they can do, I suppose. And the only way they're going to get that recognition is if they get work to do so. So, I'm sort of in favor of that. Whether they put out good work or not, like, that's up to them. That's on them. You believe 2023 was a huge loss for Disney. They only had 3 real successes: Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Elemental, and Little Mermaid. Everything else flopped. Indiana Jones 5 was straight garbage, and so was Wish, plus everything else. I have not seen any of those. I didn't know they came out with an Indiana Jones 5. That's because I don't have kids, or didn't think about kids. Kids still watch Aladdin thousands of times. I think my only response to that is I probably would approach children and the raising of children in a different way than what has been the standard. And personally, I don't know if it's such a good idea to just put on a TV show and say, watch this 1,000 times. Or, yes, you like watching this, I'm gonna let you watch this 1,000 times. I don't know if I'm in that boat. But, maybe that will be what I resort to, because I'm tired of my kid bugging me. Just like, can you just go watch Aladdin, 10 more times, please? Leave me alone. I'm streaming, all right? But not famous franchises? You don't know anything about that person You take no filming experience as literally zero experience. I I I kind of touched on that because I kind of saw that comment when I was talking about it, but um, I'm just taking it at face value too. You know, I don't know anything about the person or their experience. You know, I just what it was said. You know, that is my response to what was said, and is in no way reflective of the person's quality of work or whatever. But um, it's something that I like to say about American politics, in that once all the old people are dead, we can finally, you know, move on to new and interesting things, because all the old people are kind of holding us back. And you can kind of think of that for everything out in the world. In filmmaking, there's probably a lot of younger people that want to try new techniques and new ways of doing things that are very outside the box or against established norms. And that type of stuff isn't necessarily going to get attention or work or what have you until you know, like certain entities and guards and things like that start to shift. The issue is the people like that are actually the people ruining Disney currently. Oh boy, you're not an overly political person, but you will say Disney is currently trying to appear like they are appealing to every marginalized group they can, when in actuality they don't know how to write for that. And ultimately, when you try to appeal to everyone, you appeal to no one. Okay, but is that a Disney problem, or is that a person, or is that a writer problem? I haven't watched literally anything on Disney since The Mandalorian season 1, so I don't know what's going on. Okay, there, you know, there could be all kinds of crazy stuff, but I all I got to say is Black Panther was a very important film for a lot of reasons, and it's possible that they saw Black Panther and was like, well, dang, if we could do that, then maybe we could do that again. I don't know. I haven't seen the second Black Panther movie yet. Yeah, you know, I basically already just said that. Back in your day, you still bought movies for full price. Yeah, movies are expensive. Really expensive. Hence why you don't have kids. You wouldn't know how to raise some river pups. I have some interesting ideas for raising children, and one of those ideas is telling them that Santa Claus is not real, and to not listen to anybody that talks to you about how Santa's going to give you stuff. But it's very important that you do not tell other people that believe in Santa Claus that Santa Claus is not real. You know, you just keep that to yourself. You know, you don't have to squash everybody else's dreams. Just make sure that yours are grounded in reality. Alrighty, I'm going to go back and save. And we're going to do a safety mark. But in your response, the person given the chance has worked on other projects before. Well, I'm like a student doing student films, and and then, you know, just coming out of college or whatever, maybe doing some freelance work here and there. Like, that's experience, but it's basically no experience. You know, if you want to work in the video game industry, a lot of the times you need to have shipped a game. So you needed to work at a studio and shipped a game to people, to like get jobs at other studios and things like that. And that's a huge thing to get, to ship a game. And there's not a lot of people out there that, just get out of college and be like, yeah, I shipped a game. I'm going to get this job. It doesn't really work like that. You got to work your way up the ladder. Sometimes you got to do the sucker food jobs that you don't want to do, so that you can get somewhere that you want to do something. And it's rough times. Good thing is Eternal Sonata is good. Yeah. Happiness. You would say it's a Disney problem, but it was put perfectly by someone else in chat when talking about the Star Wars writer, but also just anything Kathleen Kennedy touches. He currently runs Lucasfilm for Disney. Well, I will leave that those specifics to you people in chat, because like I said, I know nothing about any of that. Black Panther is a diamond in the rough. That one got it. Everything else, bleh. The Star Wars sequels, Lightyear, Indiana Jones 5. I'm going to say something that's even more controversial. I wasn't that much like all things considered, I didn't think the Black Panther movie was like all that. Now, like as a movie, as a film, like I wasn't really down with it. As a cultural phenomenon that brought, like black people to the forefront and, showed that you can have a film that showcases a culture like that and have it be giga successful and actually do things well. Like, that's where Black Panther gets it for me. Like on that end, it was amazing. As far as like the writing and, like the story and stuff like that. Some of the characters, like I wasn't really down with all those, but, seeing how they portrayed Wakanda and how can't think of the word. Their portrayal was very, very nice. Sure, we'll just go with that. It has nothing to do with what I wanted to say, but whatever. You don't think the Santa Claus thing is too controversial to take? Well, it's a huge if this was like 20 years ago, it would be a hugely controversial thing. I'm pretty sure that if I walked in, like if I was in preschool or something like that, and I just said, Santa Claus is not real, I'd probably get, thrown in the corner, sent to the principal's office or something like that. You worked on projects in college, you take that, some experience, but probably still should work on other projects first before getting to direct a big franchise. No, to each their own. It is experience. Like, you're doing things to learn how to do things, but there's a difference between professional experience and other experience. And most places out there want professional experience. But that isn't to say that you can't like skip the line because, you know, you do things a really cool way or someone finds your style really neat. You know, that kind of stuff exists too. All right, let's do a backup, Mark.